Good afternoon, all. This is Fahmy Hemzi. It's 5:09 p.m. on Sunday, May 22nd. We're a week from Memorial Day. We will have an update for this on PMT this coming Wednesday. But last one we had to cancel because of technology issues, so we moved it to today. I'm sorry it's a different hours, but we go where we can. We're a ship of war. We don't sit down and complain. If something doesn't work, you have backups. Use them. That's what keep on telling people the value of backups. Last week, week before, I was in New York. The GoToMeeting has a feature when you sign up with us, and we posted, by the way, here on our webpage. It's an open area. If you go here, you hit members. It tells you the upcoming is, and you register once. It keeps track of you, so that in terms of to remind you. When I change, it changes you guys. And here it could be maybe half a day late, whatever. Somebody's got to tell me, or I forget. But you could see the next coming up. For example, we have nothing scheduled for the open house. Open house for the day trading system. Well, we're probably not going to have anything for about 3 months. Things are slow anyway. Plus, we have to finish our next step. The next step is huge. And I think the problem is another 100 lines of code. That's our estimate right now. The problem is in that, the problem is testing. Yeah, you can't let it out of here until it's good. Why? First of all, no need to. You're doing very well. This current system is 13x. You can read about it more here. Any of these would show you what to do. And the data speaks for itself. 8 months of those were live. We're about to finish the 9th month. I just got a report from one of our MNQ clients. That's from his trading. From May 5th, just started. 3 contracts, 80. What did Tico say? Tico had a calculation here. No, hold on. Oh, Tico. Hold on. Let me see. Guys, by the way, he's getting terrific traffic. $852. These are micros. Micro MNQ. 852 times 3 made 2064 in 12 trading days. 1, 2, 6. No, 10 trading days. Tico, you can't even count. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, it has done 2064 against that. That's not 12 days. It's 10. Come on. Okay. 10 trading days. That will be fixed. It's 81% return. And he's lost us too. Boom. Very much in line. I just checked against the RNQ. Make sure that we're approximately 9, except obviously you take everything, you hit everything by 10. So we made 20,000 on a $25,000 account. So about 81%. So we're doing good there. So we're going to go with what is working, not fix something that ain't broken while the next version is available. Next version can go in with 1 contract. And that's a game theory problem. It's not that easy. It's not just coding. It's also game theory. So we're at it. My program is programming. I'm the one who's pushing the other side, making sure that we're good conditional wise on that side, logic wise. So, all right. What else are we going to tell you? Okay. As always, everything is recorded for your safety and mine. Remember, I can't give one-on-one advice. By the way, once we get you going at the beginning on any of these packages that require TradeStation, I'm the one who's got access. So my job is to get you the right code and get you running. And you have to do a little MNQ. I'm saying you have to do a little questionnaire. So to remind you the account numbers, that good stuff. So you come down here, there's a questionnaire there. For example, you hit that. No, that's this user guide. Sorry. Hello. Yeah, but come on. User guide. Where is it? User guide. No. This the question. This will say private. We're just going to try and figure out if somebody's borderline. If it's borderline, we'll be politely let you know you got to do something different. I may even suggest what you should do and come back in 6 months or a year. Our fear is that you don't know what you're doing and you're new with TradeStation and this thing could blow up in your face. Not because of a program or trading or volatility, but because you missed the wrong point or the wrong button. It's like coming into Flight 747, you have a Cessna certification. It's not going to happen. You're going to give it a little bit of time. You got to get a couple of steps in between. So that we need. Also, we have added recently to our profile. Let me log in. The data for, I believe this is it. Okay, so let me go there without showing the screen. I want to make sure to show my password. Yeah, because I think that's where. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it does it. Okay. This doesn't show. Sorry. What it is that let me put it back. Yeah, that's it. I'm behind the program. The program is ahead of me. Yeah, our program. When you go through there, you get a chance because I go through different. I go through admin. You don't have admin. You go through this. That takes you where you can input your SIM account and live account. We begin to issue codes with both. So it's at your wish. Let's say you have a bad day, you take a day off. Only trade SIM the next day. Don't be so stressed. Figure out what you did wrong over how bad the market was, or it was confusing. That happens to the machine. It's confusing in the morning first because it's the opening range, but 2 hours later it hits the target. It starts going in direction rather than going back and forth. You know, when it's directionless at the beginning, the machine doesn't know either. But if let's say 2 hours from now, you're still sitting there, but the machine is programmed to do it at certain times within a certain window. It can't execute everything that we've told them to do in the morning, let's say at lunchtime. See what I'm saying? That's for safety reasons. It's a very steady setup. It's done very, very well. Like you can take a look. All right. Anybody who has never, ever had a free trial, we're willing to extend them one. But we're wrapping up free trials. Send us an email to admin. We'll do we do a quick check on you and we go. Remember, and you come into a chat rooms, first name and last name. Without those, you're putting a chat room at risk. Me, Nancy, Peter, somebody will get to you and kick you out. We'll tell you come back in, but you can't stay. Okay, just because SEC, CFTC, we need to have first name and last names. Now, if you lie about your first name and last name, that's your problem. But we can't have you just with initials. Okay, so don't take it personal. It's all business. All right, let's go to market timing. I don't think we have anything else to discuss. We're good there. I will promise you, we're going to get once we get this hump of technology back up, we're going to get by and getting back to doing this. Because we have distributed the work now by product. So my job is two things: happy code for indicators, code for the trading systems. Still coding, and that one I have help on. But I would, I do need to still oversee the problem. My name is on there. Plus PMT, because during daytime the machine runs for itself anyway. So, but I'm not doing an option, but I'm overseeing that. And ES, Admiral Espedito is doing the ES. So, and of course, Peter does a great job in NQ. So we're in a good spot. All right. Let's go to the chat, to the setup here. By the way, Tico has put out some trades up. You could see his numbers are exploding, followers. So the question to you is, do you Tico? At Admiral Tico. You saw what he did with, what do you call it, Tesla. Both in an analysis that at the current configuration, Elon Musk cannot buy Twitter. The cash flow there is not enough to service the debt. And then also on charts, he said where the price should go. And if you go back here, it was a Tico. No, where was he? I forgot. Somewhere in here he said we're going to 650, and we hit that Friday. So I forget where it is. If you go in there, you'll see it that he did about that. And now he's talking about 580 again from his house. Remember, Tico, you can see it from his house. Remember Sarah Palin? He's talking Palingo. We call it Palingo. All right, let's get to the charts. So do your Tico. That's the issue. Admiral_Tico. He's telling me he wants to do a raffle soon. So I don't know. I mean, he's blonde, okay? So that tells the story. What he's doing, I have no clue. I don't think he's got a clue either. But okay. Friday, major test down here. Big day, huge run up at the close. No question about it. And this was just nominal. It's just a token one that we closed slightly positive. We're still having a problem. We were good on this call. We're not good here. What happened here was retail sales, mainly Target and Walmart, and then permits, housing permits. Yeah, just when you see that, don't tell me look, this market is good. Don't tell me that. If they're not, nobody wants to build it. Yeah. So it says they don't feel it. Not that we don't have, not that we're 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 under capacity. Not that. No, no, no. They don't want to take the financial risk. Yeah, because this could be a prolonged setup. So we're long and we're taking the pass. I understand that. It is what it is. But we're not there to jump, switch back and forth. We're also not there to give you quick couple of day trades and options. I want to make sure we're clear about that on PMT. We give one option trade. It's not per, no, I'm sorry, one option trade, or maybe more than that, per signal, but our signals are not a quota system. We're event driven. If it were a quota system, I would never be time of the decade. You gotta look at the chart, you gotta understand the context, you understand the news. So we will do what we think is correct. Uh, uh, to be and sometimes it's going to be flat sitting outside right now. We're a little bit flat, not with the market, not with the call. It's still long. It's bad there, but we're not putting on a trade up yet. Maybe in a day or two. Let's see how this bottom is built. Okay, if there is it, there is a. One gentleman was very upset about that, and I mentioned to him that the best thing is hit the eject button. I'm not going to hear and complain. I mean, listen to complaints that are unrealistic. He said, I thought you give me a one trade a week. I said, not in that package. Not at this price. What are you talking about? This is a loss leader. This brings people in. This and also is widely accepted. Why? Everybody's got some portfolio. So I'm giving back some. Okay, I've been very, very fortunate. I was at the right place at the right time. And of course, yes, I took some hardship too. But no, Daddy did not write me a big check. I did not. I did. I was cashing out some of my Echo stocks, but that's beside the point. I mean, that helped me with starting the company. And I had shares that held those shares 11 years. And it was .com. Everything exploded up. You know, you had a name and a investment banker and a what do you call it? Sign on Sunset Boulevard. You had made it, and that's what within that craziness, a lot of stocks picked up. Our company did too. It's called Echo, and then we sold it to Intuit. After the .com came back down, we sold it to Intuit. We learned our lesson. We need a bigger daddy. Yeah, we need more muscle. So, and that's fine. It's a credit card. It was a credit card operation. Anyhow, so what are we doing down here? We're still long. We're in the process of giving you a trade. Now we will clean up the web pages. Just that when you have a publishing environment, you need multiple screens and all that. I had one dedicated for that. That's my newest machine. That's what went down. I got a drive from Hewlett Packard. I'm going to almost put it back together. Within a day or so, we should be in a place we could do that. And I appreciate our members for their forbearance. Some things were difficult at the time, a couple of days, because I had one screen to do most of my work while they were also sharing it with them for the NQ OTF chart. So I'm happy that's behind us. Let me move this over. I'm gonna let's see. How do I? No, this is not GoToMeeting. This is GoToWebinar. Hold on, move this here. Sorry, I forgot what it does. Okay, let me go over here so I can talk about Nasdaq. All right, this Nasdaq is still in the channel. ES is in the channel. This is not good. We got to break out of the channel. So the trigger we're looking for is at like a 4,000 close, at least 39.75 close outside the negative one. I'm sorry, -1 sigma. This is -2 below that. We're in that channel. That's very dangerous. We were out of it. We were happy, but then again came Wednesday. Wednesday pretty much changed everybody. This was a docile day. Slightly down, came back up. Then you had expiration. So we have, and remember, we have another hour of expiration at the open, as the undoing of what they did to best survive this expiration. Experience tells us that. So Monday, once the first hour goes by, we have to take a look again, because obviously this is a double witching. You know, we don't have quad anymore. Next one would be triple. So double witching creates a lot of chaos, and we just have to see how dust settles. NQ almost hit its -1. Not as good, but ES couldn't keep up with that. But I think also ES really put a big comeback. Some of you were in the chat room probably heard me saying that. We have a slight CI diff, so we could be opening still to the negative side going to Monday. But as you know, the days that we've been dropping is when we have a big move up at night. The futures move and then they sell it. Well, I'd rather to have the future, and that's really typical of a bear market. I'd rather have it down overnight in the Globex. Not too big. I don't want too big. But I want less than 0.5% move at night. Then I get a chance to, historically, to have a positive day. That's what we're looking for. If we open slightly up or midway up, it's a problem. If we open big down, it's a problem. We want minor down open on a Friday, on a Sunday night, going into Monday, and throughout the week too. But you got to look at that pattern of how we open versus how we end up. Obviously, we're a lot of exogenous news are there, but it's a sign of our times. Better learn to live with it. Okay, D-Trenders. Okay, D-Trenders, as you know, those of you in the room. Okay, I gotta fix this one. This chart was not working. We use some of these charts sometimes during the day to catch up on what's going on. 6 on 1. Okay. This chart was not working. Why? It's not my main machine. It's not where the code was created, and we were missing the definition of D-Trender. So let me go over that with you quickly. This is something you can build on your own. It's used for big guys, but you can at least see what the big guys do. One thing I learned from Admiral Esposito was if you're watching the flow of funds, if you're following the money, you're better off following the big money. Well, that's not as simply as said. It's not done as simply as it's said. That means you got to parse some data, but you don't want to chase what the mom and pops are doing because they're as confused as you and I. You want to see what the big guns are doing, and one way to do that simply without, let's say you don't have access to OTF, and that's really real time. I'm saying intraday time, but this is the end of the day. You can build that. The trender is simply price of where you are minus your 50 bar gives you this, and then you normalize it. So you get it as a percentage. And then second was, again, price. Same thing, same price. Against the 200-day, which is white. As you know, we keep same nomenclature. And that gives you this one. Now, how do you use this? You build the data. You go back. You could see where the lows and highs were. You could see for the line there, so what does it look like? So when you, what was this value here? Hold on. This was 21. Okay? What did we do here? This transportation, by the way. You can see what that level was 7. No, I'm sorry, 14. That's it. That's a DT, yeah. That was 4.8. 14.8 was a high there, yeah. So you could see the limits. I would use about 3 years of you creating to 5 years tops of your top levels. It's by observation. That gives you a sense of what's going on. This is obviously not good. Not good. Is it gotten to a oversold condition? Not necessarily. It's only 12%, which is heavy. There was in Chicago, they would look at 15 and they would say something is wrong. So are we close? Maybe. Where was we in 2020? Was negative 32. I mean, this was a buy of the century. Just had to hold your nose. That's all, because everything is smelled. So where were we? Negative 10, negative 12, negative 12, 12. Okay. We're at 8 negatives. I usually do it as a count. You'll probably see it in our newsletter. Usually with all of them turning, I'm looking for something like this, very much. Okay, except, remember, this was explanation. So, can I take that out of the loop? Well, no. If we stay somewhere in here and up, with 8 down this way, yeah, I think we're seeing a bottom being fulfilled. We're almost there. Listen, there's a high on the Russell. And that should say that NAS is going to move. This is all of NDX, NAS 100. When this moves, SPX moves. So I really look at it here. Another confirmation is to make sure transportation is in good shape. Transportation is not right now. We'll get to wait for this a little bit more. This is pretty drastic. So it's anybody's guess. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. As I said, talk to Tico. Yeah, I'm serious. Why do I say that? You should see some of the calls I get from hedge guys. Big boys, grown men, crying almost. I don't know. Nobody knows. We're in a very uncertain times. I call each one of them and say, is this Magellan 1 or Magellan 2? I said, you got to treat like you're Magellan. You don't know what's going to be around the Cape. You're going to get a New World. It could be a flat land. And you may fall off. That's what happened when you went around South America. So think about like Magellan. That's what you are. All right. We're not going to go to TD yet. Hold on. Let me go to SP1, SP. As I said, this is not in sequence, but we'll get them there. 1 second. Then we have okay. No, we're good. Okay. SP1 Momo. All right. The weekly is in horrible shape. Okay. Oh, I don't have the system here. Yeah, I forgot it. Oh, I'll post one. The system, it's not on this machine. Yeah. For some reason, I forgot. I could not move it over quickly, and I just been torpedoed. High and lows. This tells me a low is nearby. Maybe a month or so forward. We get 140 and above on the 52 weeks lows on S&P. All this is worked. At 140 and above, we're on a really, really watch list. I become what they call watch commander. I'm ready. I know, but Benziga is going to call. This is about time because they look at this. It's got time for Benziga to call and say, can we have another webinar or a couple of questions? Because something happened to the market. They don't call me when we're in between things. They only call me at tops and bottoms. Okay. Is this the bottom? I don't know. I just finished telling you don't know. But I see some breadcrumbs. By the way, today I did not sit down and study for this. I just logged into this machine because we're limited on the machines we have. We're using what we have that's live. The problem with the 11 is it doesn't turn on TradeStation. I don't want to destroy my TradeStation. So I'm being very kind and gentle with what we have. Sigma Waves, SP1, +1. No, I'm saying -1. Came down in the channel. Nice run up. I'm hoping that this divergence we're going to hold. And if you look at the closing basis, you see it. Do you see it there? Look what this close was up here, green. The close was down here, red. Look what happened there. Okay, and look what this is doing. So I think we're there. Now, I had a friend who called and said, I'm bleeding. Should I use Band-Aid? I said, you'll be on Band-Aid. Band-Aid was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Once you get to the cycle, either you sit it out, because selling it out here is really ridiculous, as long as you're not on margin. If you're on margin, you should have tightened up. You'll get lighter. I've said that many times in the chat room. Get rid of your BAWA stocks. So make sure you practice that. If you didn't do it, and it's a long term, nice lesson for you. Love your losers. That's how you're going to learn. This way teaches you for next time. Remember, experience is not bought online. It's not bought on eBay. It's not in a textbook or college you went to. It's being in the trenches. So, VIX. All right, we never went past 32. That is very good. By the way, I've not seen that. I read about it. There were some comments. There are a few guys I follow in the VX and VXX area, and of course, Peter Cook, our own guy our own great man in the chat room. He's a ferocious reader, and he shares some stuff. But I was wondering where we are. I know we had non-cross 40 because I have an alert on the phone to get 40. Dropping down slowly. We'll see. But the negative, -1 is providing the support there. So as long as we can punch through this, I think we have a good chance. Otherwise, the bleeding will continue. Now, obviously, if you're trading NASDAQ, this should be the realm you're spending time on. And we're at 37 for the center line, 39. Notice we did go up over 40 a tad. And that level was, what was it? High was 44. We hit 44 here, which is the Sigma level. By the way, on this very issue, I'm indebted to Dr. Whaley, the original creator of VIX, on this issue, because this is not his anymore. This is what the SIBO came up with, and I've had issues with SIBO, and they politely asked me to keep my mouth shut. In so many ways, this is manipulatable. I don't like that. This has to do with which contract has more volume. What? It's the proximity to price that matters. This one is not, and neither this one. So NASDAQ and Also, these are 8-way, one call above, one put below where the last price of the underlying is. So it's a little cube around the last price. One strike above, one strike below, current contract, and then what's called nearby. So not the lead contract, it's lead and current. Why? That 8-way creates a very, very, very close linear approximation for what the current price is. Because current price is not exactly moving. But that 8-way uses eight contracts, 2 puts, 2 calls, 2 at the money, 2 next contract. So it's called nearby. Nobody has come up with a better way of measuring the volatility than Dr. Whaley. The other thing that I learned from him on this was that fact that he looked at this chart and he said, bingo, that's what I want. Because it's measuring the old VIX protocol against itself. So you could understand what the 2 sigma on VXN means. And what the value is, it's telling you, this is it. The pullback is we're done, or a big problem is coming. We went past 4. If you look at it, look what it did right there. So here's the signal, 4 sigma on 24th January. This is when Putin went in. We even rallied, but there was no volume here. Look where we are now. So, and you can build this. You can do this again. You don't have to need buy stuff. Go to Bollinger Band, open +4, -4. That works. That's important on the volatility. It doesn't work on very few stocks. Something like maybe GameStop did 2 years ago. But most stocks, 3 sigma. On the downside, indices, 2 sigma on the upside, 3 sigma on the bottom, just to flush this. Maybe with backward. So you can build this on your own platform and take a look. Very important to understand the shock wave, not the absolute value. So when those guys keep on talking about absolute value, either on tweets or on like a Comedy Central, I remember that conversation with him back in 2000. Yeah, it was June, July of 2000, and I'm speechless. People have not gotten the message after 20 years. So it's okay. I'm not going to tell them what to do. They're all big boys. Let them do it their way. Okay. Interesting chart. SQ. All-time low, 111.76. All-time high, 170.55. Design limits, 100 and 150. So we haven't gotten to the lowest possible in terms of design limit, and we are blown away through 150. This is 150, so you could see. Of course, that gave us a very, very big signal. Let me do it like this. Let me like this. We can get this in here. Okay. All right. So you could see what we registered here. Yeah, that registered June, almost July 1st of last year, so it's a year ago. That was registered. And remember, there's a big, big window in front of it, anywhere between 6 weeks to, let's say, 2 months, 2.5 months. And yeah, we pulled back a little bit, but we haven't gone up there. And this tells me, this said the big goal. Remember what this is? This is tail risk of SPX put options. Okay, SPX put options. If I'm talking gibberish and you have some questions, hold on to them. I'll get to it. You can read the spec. The spec is posted on our pages and also on SIBO. It's called the SQ white paper. SIBO SQ white paper. SKEW. Okay. Now in TradeStation we have to use $ before and $X after. But basically it's saying that where the big boys are on the SPX put options. How much are they accumulating? That's what it's called tail risk. Usually, several thousand or 1,500 minimum below where we are. So they put some risk on. We dropped. This dropped and they covered. They're covering here. When they went in was about 4th here, and let's see, what was this? And then beginning of this year. Beginning of this year they were in, picking up some tail risk to be ready for it. real lot of money, big position because cost them very little. And they're waiting for 2 months to 3 months forward. Why? This we don't know. And they want their decay in theta to be slow after this is shown. What good is this if this gives a signal and you had these puts on? Doesn't work. It doesn't that calendar. So they go out, and that's why this has to compute number of contracts, look at their weight, what they paid for, and so on. It's a fairly complex calculation. I was not involved in it. It was beyond my pay grade. I was involved in the testing of it right after it came out, very, very early on. So one of the guys who was big, that was involved in this, big, was head of Vol for Citadel, an Indian, American Indian, not American Indian, not Native American, but Indian American person. Yeah, extremely well, and he runs a very nice hedge fund in Vols. Yeah, that's how I heard about this. Yeah, I have a few connections about Citadel, but some are probably gone by now. That place has gone through quite a bit of change, especially after Citadel messed up with GME. Is it Melvin Capital? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, my voice is a little bit bad because I had like a semi-cold. I thought I have COVID. No, but I've been very tired, and we have but I have no symptoms except this soft cold, but it's getting better. Back to swimming is getting better. Let's go to Treasury yields. Now, this is another point of contention down here with our fellow Floridians, because many is knowledge, which they don't understand what this is. This part. They don't understand what happened in March. This is the fastest rise because of levels, again, measuring against themselves, we've had in the 5 and 10 year. I can't say it was not dramatic in the 30 year, but and we expected this to go up. This is a Fed issue. But look what happened here. This is the bond vigilantes. They came in. Look how we moved from that's monthly support 1. That's MS1 in March. Went to monthly pivot, monthly resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3. That's still continuing, obviously. But this was the original shock that said the CPI data and PPI data are not going to be good. It was after that data came back. Again, bond vigilantes, if you're student of Richard Roll, if you had Fabosi as a textbook, you'll know. The smartest guys in the room are bond guys. Why? All the math involved. Yeah. You got to do it like calculation. Also, positions are so big. If you're not doing that calculation and you decide, hey, CI says buy, they'll fire you on the spot. You got to do your calculations. So, bond strips, that, bond future, time value of money, cheapest to deliver, forward contracts. There's a lot of calculations involved. Not too complicated. But I have to admit to you, I only made a B in that class. With Richard Roll. I know. He himself told me, he said, I have high expectations from you. Problem was, I was in the middle of a lot of things. I was doing it as a night program. It's called Executive MBA program. So at limited time, a lot was going on. I was in some large real estate transactions with one of the receivers in downtown LA. We used to buy for bankruptcy court. I don't like to pay. I don't like to pay wholesale. I want to buy below cost. That's why I learned the business. Yeah. So, long story short, I should have done better in the Richard Rose class. He's retired. If you want to read about it, there's more on my website. These guys changed our lives. Go to about, you'll see. Thank you to my professor. Each of these guys changed our lives. If you watch Black-Scholes model on the PBS, the $1 trillion formula back in '98, adjust for inflation, you see what it is. It was the work of these guys. I just happened to be there. That's all. There was no grand plan. I will assure you. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even going there. I'm going to UCLA. Are you kidding me? It turned out to be number 2 derivative school, and Northrop put me up to it. I was at B2, and the number 2 guy at the section said, "In fact, this is not a bad idea for you to do this." And 6 months later, I turned in my resignation. He said, "I knew." I said, "No, you didn't know." I didn't know either. But what happened there, this one guy, Professor Shelton, changed me. That was my calling. closed down shop at Northrop. I'm out and checked out properly, and been doing this pretty much since. But I own my own pace. In the meantime, I had to make sure I got the equipment, I got the capital, that. So I did some consulting work, and I was involved in a couple of real estate operations. So, but that's how my mission started. Yeah. So, Roll said to us, rates will be very low for a long time. Very true. This was in 95. He said, by turn of century, you will have rates that you've never seen before. You know why? Anybody have any idea why he said that? Is anybody awake? I'm just checking. Come on, Khashayar, you're a smart guy. You went to Harvard. Tell me what happened. You're thinking, not I'm in trouble. You know these Harvard guys. Khashayar is not here. He left. Hold on. What happened here? Let's see. Maybe a bad connection, maybe. Yeah, no, he's there. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me take this thing down so you're good there. No, I don't want to kick you out. I don't want. This is like giving two different signals. Who's taking? Dennis, what's going on? 9/11? No. Cash? No. You're here. Okay, no. Anybody else? Come on, Human. You know what's going on? You're the smart guy. You're the one keep giving us every levels. Throughout the day. I don't know how this he's a kid, he's a young man. Not a kid, but in my age, anybody at his age is a kid. He does a very good job. He does a very good. I'm scratching my head. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. It was the debt, national debt. Has nothing to do with any events. We continue on this path. The biggest problem we're going to have is financing the debt. And we're getting there now because we went at this level. As a matter of fact, when he said that, we still have some negative months, years. By about 98, we started having positive, and that only lasted like 18 months. So we went back to problems. Yeah. Hold on 1 second here for me. Give me a second. Let me check something. There you go. So here's the problem: the debt itself. Right now, we're borrowing to pay the interest. I don't know. My English isn't as good as you guys. But I'd say that's the definition of Ponzi scheme. So the Fed is running one of the biggest Ponzi scheme out there. Now, tell me, how do Ponzi schemes end? Any ideas? What happened to Madoff? Yeah, exactly. Total collapse, yeah. Yeah, and that's what scares the heck out of me. That's why I don't have children. No kids for me. Yeah. No bid, exactly. No bid, yeah. No. Listen, Human, if I had kids, they would have sued me by now. If they had 5% of my IQ, they would have sued me and say, Daddy, who told you to bring us to this world? Who gave you that right? Plus, we don't want to see you pass away. You don't see how it is when you lose a parent? They'd be traumatized twice. So anyhow, long story short, we're in deep trouble. But anyhow. Let's not go there. Hopefully, we'll have a miracle. Maybe we'll go away with a miracle. I'll leave it at that. How's that? Let's see. We want to go to. Now, let's go here. This is what we want to talk about. I know you guys are waiting for this. Okay. Rendezvous points, totally messed up. What time is it? 5. Guys, I have a small window. Rendezvous points, because this is opening, plus I gotta be at 6:30 somewhere. Hold on. Rendezvous point totally messed up. Why? They're not pulling up into here. And they're not pulling down into here. So it's a very, very indecisive period. I'd say probably not. Seasonality. If you did feel Erlanger, the chapter after my chapter in my book, seasonality, you'll see that we have, and you probably know, you don't even need to read that. Although he really put it together, incredible charts, incredible data. This guy, heavy duty data guy. Quantitative, his right hand person was a PhD in quantitative analysis. So he runs techno analysis for Johnson family, the owners of Fidelity in Boston. Pretty sharp guy. You'd see that going into, not post, but going into Memorial Day, it's positive. So volume should drop. You have positive bias, notwithstanding exogenous news. Okay, notwithstanding exogenous news. That's where we are. So now, what does SP2 tells us? SP2 says, "Hey, buddy, this is I'm giving you 3 divergences, but nobody's respecting me." It's true. That's another problem, Human. Yeah, that's another problem. So this was a very good one. We said to stay on. This one day torpedo everybody, everything else. 1,100 points in it down, and basically says we haven't seen the baby with bathwater, so we need to get maybe one more push down. Look at where 3 sigma is. So any BAWA names you got, get rid of. Forget the tax implications. Get back in again, lower. So I may just go flat. It's not clear for me. Listen, if the guy with 20 billion in trading capital or trading capital, I should say, is not sure, I'm not going to come in and say I have an answer. So you get humbled by these big guns when they don't know what's going on. They pat you on the back and say, "Holy mackerel, you held on to this short. This happened in New York to me." And I said, "Well, I didn't know you guys keep track of it." He goes, "Well, no, we do. We captured a lot of people, but you held on here." And then I covered, and then market drops even further. So what we took out, I think, 400 handles in the last move, and now this long one is getting whipped. I mean, we're near getting whipped. We're like probably unchanged here, but not good. There's a lot of opportunity cost. Remember, sitting out or sitting going against you, come back up, that's a lot of opportunity cost, which I'm not used to. Okay, so I'd rather stay out. I'd rather you guys complain, saying there's no trade. What are we doing? I'm saying, event driven. I don't see it. If you do, go in. But if you're here to follow me, I don't see it. Because I look at these shorts daily. More than that, maybe 3-4 times a day. A couple of times a day, I just talk about it in the chat room when things are a little bit slower. Now, 9 minutes to the open. This is the 3 months VX spread. I need to double check this out of safety. Make sure we're current. I think last time we weren't. No, we were June and September. That's right. Yeah. Because pretty much we're done with May. Yeah. So the spread is correct. We're running about neutral. This typically says we're near the bottom. That's neutral. Yeah. Near the bottom, but we're not there exactly. We were even lower. So when it gets to very high, about 3 plus, close to 4, then we're too high. We're near the highs, yeah, of that region we're in this movement. Remember, this is 30 minutes on. So if you pull it a little bit back, I won't go any further back. Oh, sorry, that's why we didn't like that. Do it like this, right? There we go. You can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, so we're not near the top yet. Why? We have had other tops we have missed when they didn't go up. Yeah, it's still a bear market rallies we're in. So, but I will warn you, because we've dropped somewhat, don't be a perma bear now. It would be one thing to be up here, perma bear, not down here. Okay? You gotta understand that. It's like being perma bear down here is as bad being perma bull up here. When things are going your way, you start thinking. If you just sit there and enjoy, you're gonna get in trouble. It's just a matter of time. So, what else? I think that's it. Oh, I gotta open that other chart. Remember, it's 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, this is a little short version. Oh, Larry's. Let's look at Larry's. Larry, we did not get exactly what we wanted, but this was good enough for me. I'm a new student here. The 2 other guys on Larry that I look up to, if I post a chart, if I post a chart, you see my names, their names. Norseman, Walter Deemer, and Market Tells. I highly recommend you to follow them. Highly recommend you follow them. Especially Norseman is a buddy of mine down the street here, and I bow to Walter Deemer. Yeah, it's good. It's very good. Old school, done his homework. Nothing to, impress anybody. Yeah. Okay, let's come here. Yeah. Let's go a little bit higher in resolution. Remember, guys, this chart is this monitor is twice the size of my usually do PMTs. So everything looks a little bit weird for me. Plus, I don't have two other monitors near it to move things around. It's just one. What you see is what you get. Let's go one more level. Sorry. This is a pixel issues. There we go. Okay. So if I bring this up and say, give me this. Sorry, there you go. And pull this over. You can see what's happening. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I've not seen this. Wow. I gotta admit, I have not seen it. It's 26 now. Yeah. Guys, we're very close to the bottom. We're very, yeah. I mean, we can drop another 10 points. I'll be surprised if we go past that. Because this is not 2020. This is not 2008. This is not 2001. Yeah. The country's in trouble. There's some issues, but some of them are rectifiable. We're not in a disaster like 2008. We didn't know what the solution is. Or 2 years ago, we thought maybe Lysol is the solution. Sorry, guys, I had to throw that in. It's one of those I told you so several years ago. Yeah. But no, I'd say if we go to 10 on this, you can go and look that up. $sign SPX Alpha $200. If we go to 10, we're done. We're going to go back up. The elasticity of the rubber band is getting too much. We're going to snap back. The issue is, do we go past this point? Do we go past 20? Do we go past 15? The very, very lows I've seen is 5. So I'm giving a buffer of double that, saying 10. But now we got to really do a countdown every day, see where they are. Yeah, this partly is caused because there's no bid. One of you guys said that. Yeah, Dennis said, there we go. Here comes man of experience. Dennis said, no bid. We had no bid in the market. Yeah, when that happens, especially text. I don't like the text, okay? Well, we can't run anywhere without the text. Our economy will collapse without the text. Why? Because we are way past that point. 20 years ago would have been a nice discussion with over a cold beer and maybe a good cigar. Not now. You can't even drive your car without it. Yeah. So, yeah, so the texts have been a problem. And too much, I think. We also have early signs, guys. NFTs, Bitcoin, GME, AMC. These are different iteration, different manifestation of a problem. I mean, if I don't know right now, he just showed me a signal, the link. I'm doing a gallery on NFTs. I said, don't send me a link, and he still did. So that was in the workings, and you see the issue, and look at the separation. I always talk about separation of these lines. And now this is opening. But they can only go to 0. We haven't seen 0. I think 3 was maybe the lowest, or 3.8. Mainly around 5, it starts to snapping back. At this point, I'm thinking, let's draw a line in the sand at 20 and then 15. Let's see what happens there. But that would be what I want to look at. Again, this is a symbol, and it's on stockcharts.com. It's open. Tradition has it. I don't want you to go there. Here's the reason. You're going to keep checking in the middle of the day. Middle of the day is worthless. Yeah. This is the end of the day. This is the end of the day only. Yeah. And you run it in your head, okay, as contrarian against the cash market, the SPX. Okay. Any questions? Let me go for questions. I'm going to take a couple of questions, already 6. Plus, we have to turn this into a go-to meeting session, which people come in to log in. You have to log into the website. We changed that. We change our login every so often so people don't copy and paste it. We changed that, so you have to go to our website to get it. But those of you who happen to be in that package today and here. Hey, Mike, how are you? Okay. I see none. I've got to run. So thank you. This was a shorter version, but at least I want to do something. Okay. Let me finish the recording. We'll see what we need, where we are on Wednesday. Some of it's technology driven, but most likely we'll have it. We have one. May not be a need, depends on volume drops. If the volume drops dramatically, then there's nothing going on. And the next week is Memorial Day, and so our next meeting will be either May 25th or June 1st. As always, it will be on our homepage, on landing page. Now, I'll tell you something else we have found out. Look, we've been away. Nancy's in another state, so is Larry. It just happened that way right now. So I'm a little short-handed, and then all these hardware issues happen. This league is not working. I don't know why. Okay? But Larry is going to take a look at it when he's back. He's at Memphis. Nancy's in Southern California. This is not working, and it's giving you a login. This is supposed to give you access of 4 weeks, up to 4 weeks ago. So yeah, 4 weeks buffer that only goes to members. But I will, two things I need to do. Make sure this works for you guys so you can see it. And also make sure we enter Nancy's last trade, which I dictated to her while I was in New York, which got stopped out on Wednesday. Back in our pages, so our history is correct. And then the new trade I want to put in. But I don't know what day it's going to be. Is it today or tomorrow? Again, it's a function of markets. But I'm doing a lot better time-wise. I was in really, really bad shape last few weeks. And since Thursday, I mean, I feel better. I feel in a better spot. Part of it is I'm sleeping a little bit more. Went from 3 hours to 5. Last time was an exception. But I've increased my sleeping hours, which is good. Again, we're ship of war. When we have to fight, we have to fight. We can't say, hey, I can't fight because I didn't sleep. It doesn't work like that. Let me see. So I'm going to stop the recording.